What's something you want to tell people but can't?
That I feel unappreciated both professionally and in my personal relationships. People just don't react well to those sorts of feelings, in my experience.
I made about $400K on stocks last year but haven't told a soul. A lot of my friends are down and out, mostly bad choices, and I'm afraid it would end our friendship. Still pretending I'm broke. Not going to lie though, I check my bank balance every morning and it's amazing to see that much in cash. My suicide attempt wasn't a cry for attention.
That most of their problems they tell me about are due to shitty decisions they have made. Anytime I have even mentioned the possibility of this, the conversation reaches an abrupt end. The government isn't on our side, no matter what side you're on. Early on this month I was driving and came up on a very bad car accident where a woman and her dog were killed and her little brother was seriously injured. I'm still not okay from seeing what I did. I wish that there was more that I could have done. I also have major survivor's guilt. She was only 18, just graduated and still had her whole life ahead of her. It should have been me dying instead. I'm 22 and got nothing going for me. This has affected me in ways I didn't even know was possible. I'm just so hurt by this whole thing and I can't seem to find a way to cope with it.
I don't find babies as cute as I used to and I don't feel the need to gush over them anymore. My daughter is gay and I am so utterly happy for her that she told me.
I feel bad for my boyfriend. Not to go into too much detail, but I have a lot of mental illnesses and other mental issues. I get overstimulated really easily, I get super paranoid over nothing, I have a hard time functioning on a daily basis, and due to all of this I can't have a job. All this, and he still loves me more than I've ever been loved before. He treats me like a princess. His dad and my mom don't like that he takes care of me financially and it hurts knowing our families look down on me due to knowing my issues. I love him so much, more than I've ever loved anything before. But all of this takes a toll on me. I know that he is okay with who I am and he is sticking with me, but God, it hurts. All I see is me inconveniencing him. He can't afford everything he used to before we started living together. He doesn't get as much time to spend online with his friends because he spends so much time with me and he stops when I have panic attacks.
That I don't want to be around any of them.
Working in retail, sometimes I want to tell customers, whether you realize it or not, I am a human being, please treat me as such.
They need to start wearing deodorant.
When I was 6 months into rehab I was raped. I hated myself and I wanted to die and I tried to use the skills I learned to reach out to family but they all left me alone. And I just kept going to rehab even though I wanted to die, and 2 months later I was feeling better and on my 22nd birthday I went completely Mia and cut everyone off and I'm doing better, but I really miss my family and I say I love not trusting anyone, but I hate being isolated, it kills me on the inside. I still go to counseling, but when others talk about their family and people they care about I feel alone and jealous. Sorry for the long post.
I feel like so many people in my family and some of my friends hate me for my past and I am too afraid to address it.
How much I struggle mentally.
Your kids are horribly behaved and everyone in this restaurant trying to enjoy a nice meal hates you for bringing them. If you're not willing to understand something in its entirety, you have no right to get upset about it. I am waiting on a phone call tomorrow for a new job. Left the interview on the note of, so what would be a good day for us to call you? Feeling good about that considering the shit show I'm hopefully gonna be leaving here soon. Small business, very toxic and abusive management. Likely to fire me on the spot if I told anyone I'm looking elsewhere. Also my coworkers are gossipy as all get out and I know from personal experience nothing I say to them is safe and the security cameras at work aren't for security. So I'm telling strangers on the internet.
That I am a liar and a piece of shit.
The only thing still tying me to this world is my daughter.
That I detest humanity. I hate our cultures, our rules and laws, the concepts of religion. I can't relate to anyone and find everyone to be intensely annoying to be around. I prefer my own company yet am conflicted with loneliness. I don't feel like I enjoy doing anything anymore.
I miss you, but you are dead. I have 3 ideas for pretty incredible projects I'm working on. But I have a history of not finishing anything, so I gotta stay quiet for once and do the damn things.
Not every piece of clothing will look good on you. It's just facts. The health crisis I had in April that almost killed me was kicked off by a suicide attempt.
Sometimes the problem is you, not the person they have an issue with. That being diagnosed with autism at my age of 36 makes me feel like I don't want to go back to work anymore because every single day I have worked in my life has been so painful, both physically panics attacks, sweats etc., and mentally anxiety, flashing thoughts and paranoia etc., and therefore feel like I shouldn't have to put myself through that shit any longer.
Most of you motherfuckers, and when I say that, I mean, you motherfuckers. As in people I work with and people in general, not necessarily here on, do not give a fuck about anyone but yourselves. It's pathetic how apathetic the general populace has become.
Your stupid kid trying to order food at McDonald's isn't cute. We all have shit to do, so while they sit there not talking and you try and train them, nobody cares about them. Order their stupid Happy Meal and move. There is a nice guy the first work with, but he is absolutely a functioning alcoholic and drinks at work and nobody else seems to see what I do. That I'm very sad and tired.
This BS about how oppressed people of color are is true, but just as oppressed are the poor, uneducated European Americans who have lived for generations in the rural South. The politicians on both sides have done an excellent job of splitting us up. We need to join together to kick some ass.
Stop texting and driving, you idiot. You have your child in your car. This should count as child endangerment.
My mother is an animal hoarder. She burns through 80 of her monthly retirement income feeding them and still doesn't get it quite right. She blames her human family for being broke all the time, and I hate it.
I am so scared of failure that I haven't tried, and the more I delay the worse it gets, and the worse it gets the more I delay. I don't know where to start or ask for help.
I really fucking hate all my past friends, and when I was in need they never came to my aid.
That I'm never getting married and having kids because I fear that I'll treat them the way my parents treated me. Everyone just secretly thinks that it's because I'm too ugly to find a partner. Yes, I'm ugly, but they don't and won't know why I don't even attempt to clean up my appearance. Phew.
I am unsatisfied with how I live.
To my BFFs, I've known your SOs weren't worth not one damn since those first months of your relationships.
That their religion is a crock of shit.